Hello again today, people. This is my third video today. We are playing Resident Evil Revelations. Now, I've kind of made it a point to go ahead and beat these newer games before I actually do a video of them, but, you know, I have a very long history with Resident Evil, all the way back to 1998, rather. Somewhere around there. It was one of those fucking years. Borrowed Resident Evil from a friend at school, swapped games with him. I don't know why I did. I didn't really. I don't think I really asked for Resident Evil. He said he'd just let me a game if I could borrow that from him. So I ended up really liking the game and not returning it. And I don't think I ever got my game back. I don't even remember what game I lent to him either. I can't remember, but not the point. This is Resident Evil Revelations. It was originally a 3DS game, and they decided to port it to all the things because, to be honest, it's the most Resident Evil that's come out in a while. I mean, it's nothing like Resident Evil 3. I mean, Resident Evil 5 and 6. It's a very Resident Evil, especially if you go take on the challenge of not using the Genesis thing throughout the entire game. Take on that challenge to not use that, and yeah, it becomes a hell of a lot harder because if you use the Genesis thing, you're just finding ammo like all over the place. And unlike Resident Evil 5 and 6, enemies do not drop ammo. So you basically only have the ammo that you can find.
It's been abandoned for a while.
It does look very Resident Evil 5-ish, 6-ish, but you can move while firing. Not very fast, but you can move while firing. But you can't run in this game like you can in 5 and 6. So your movement isn't exactly stellar, but it is very Resident Evil-ish in the fact that's all tight corridors. There's no open kind of crap.
Blood coming from the ducts.
I think that's why it's kind of getting good reviews, is because of its kind of, I'd say, return to the roots, but it does. The game did come out before Resident Evil 6, I think, or it came out after Resident Evil 6. So the fact that Chris is in it kind of weird, because Chris makes absolutely no mention of stuff that's going on outside of the game. It seems like I don't know if it's canon or not. So I mean, Veltro, you don't even fucking hear of Veltro before fucking this game. Who the fuck's Veltro? And they just start out of the gate talking about Veltro. I was like, who the fuck Veltro is? Of course, the end of the game, you do end up ending the game as Jill and Chris, which, you know, it's with that they're who started all of it, Jill and Chris. And Chris seems to have spontaneously lost a lot of weight in this game. And Chris must be awful sick. But here's the Genesis thing. You use to scan around the area for items and shit. Challenge would be to go through the entire game without using Genesis on Infernal difficulty, or whatever the fuck they call the difficulty on here. I actually started the second playthrough using all the guns I had, because to be honest, I actually completely forgot about the Genesis thing till like halfway through the fucking game. There are a lot of things you can actually miss. Like, you can actually miss getting the sniper rifle, the M40. They do use real life guns in this game. Again, other than the Hydra. I don't think the Hydra is the actual real gun. I've never looked it up, but it's a triple barrel shotgun. There's also like Resident Evil 4, 5, and 6. They have a collecting thing. This one you use the Genesis to scan for handprints, and the more handprints you get, the better
This is not good.
bonuses you get at the end of the game. Like if you get all 30 handprints found, you get all 30 of them, you get the G18 pistol, which is a fully automatic pistol at the end of the game. A fully automatic pistol that shoots 1,200 rounds per minute. They're actually illegal in the United States, so of course I think any fully automatic pistol is illegal, but here we're greeted to fucking an explanation of what the fuck's going on.
It took a full 11 years
Which is
to
nice.
finish constructing the world's first Aquapolis, the
Terra
floating
Grigia,
city
what
of
stupid.
Grigia.
It's
A
Terra Grigia is
sustainable
obviously kind of
metropolis
based on
operating on a massive solar energy
what the fuck is the name
matrix
of
and
it?
equipped with the latest green technologies.
It's a man-made
Never
island
before had solar energy been used to supply
for
power to an
rich
entire
people.
city. But
I forget the
in
name of it though.
2004,
This case, it's shaped like a
Veltro,
fucking palm
terrorist
tree.
group opposing the city's development, launched a bioterrorist attack.
And
They
they get
not only
attacked by
released a virus, but also
hunters.
several
Hunters are
creatures
back.
known as bioorganic
There are no
weapons.
zombies in
For the
this game.
calm
Just
of the
hunters
situation,
and
this
T-Abyss
launched one of the worst
infected.
tragedies the world has ever seen.
kind of sad that there's no
FBC,
zombies,
the world's
especially
leading
since Resident Evil
counter-bioterror
6.
organization
I don't know why
operating
people
under
give
the
that game
auspices
such a
of the
freaking
US,
hard
was
time.
called in
I actually
to
liked
direct
Resident
efforts
Evil
to contain
6.
the attack.
It was 4 times longer than Resident
The
Evil
BSAA, a
5.
counter-bioterror NGO, which operates independently
You know,
in the interest
Capcom, I'm
of
still
any
waiting
one
on that
country,
amazing
went in
DLC
as
you
observers
promised
to
for
assist the
fucking
FBC.
Resident Evil 6.
Realizing the need for immediate
Which we're
and
never gonna
decisive
see.
action,
Fucking
Supreme
Capcom,
Local
they're like
Headquarters
the
issued the order to use the city's
they're
solar
like the old
energy
EA
matrix
of
on itself.
fucking Japan.
Media outlets around the world began to refer
But yeah,
to the
basically,
incident as the
terrorist
Terra
attack on
Grigia
this thing, and they
panic.
use a freaking
Following
solar
the
ray
incident,
thing to freaking nuke
the
their own
FBC announced it has successfully
island to
disbanded
kill
a
all the
terrorist group
infected
called
and stuff like
Veltro.
that.
It is now
Again, Veltro, never heard of them up till
2005,
now.
and a sense of
I hate
calm
how
and
they just
security
introduce
is
random
finally
shit and
returning to
expect you to
people.
believe it, like, oh,
But,
I guess it is
as
their
you can see, the lost city of Terra Grigia
their whole
remains inaccessible, a silent and potent symbol
thing,
of the
but
threat that bioterror
friggin'
poses for people around the world.
I like some continuity in my games. Like, why does Chris never mention anything that's fucking happened before this game, up to this game? Why does I mean, the only mention of anything that's ever happened was Raccoon City. Raccoon City gets mentioned in like every freaking game, but nothing else gets mentioned.
Ah, there you two are.
Like no grand
Right.
explanation of how they got the fucking T-Abyss virus in the
Well,
damn
my
first
doctor
place.
told me I need exercise. I assume you both know
Usually,
that the FBC
Resident
has
Evil's
cordoned
actually
off
pretty
the
good
entire
about doing
area.
that, but
However,
overall I did
the
like
past
this
few
game.
weeks, a
It was
number of
actually
serious
surprisingly long
carcasses
for being a
washed up.
port of
I guess the FBC couldn't cover up a
a
mess
portable
this
game.
big, huh?
Anyone who knows what happened.
I think
here
I think I
two
put
and two
six
together.
beat it in about 6
That's
hours
why I've sent
and
the
30 minutes, and that
BSAA
was
to
not exploring
investigate.
everywhere that you could go.
Did you pick up your new
I did actually
equipment
get all the
from Flint?
weapons.
Yeah.
I didn't get the AK-47,
Is that his
so
name?
I bought it at the
You
end. But
didn't bother to read the manual, did you?
No. I brought it with me.
another thing they like to
Just
do
in
is you have to
case.
scan
You read quickly.
enemies. The more enemies you scan, the it'll
I'm
fill
on
up to a percentage, and you'll just get like a random reward. Like most of the time, it's just health, a health item, which again, it's done like Resident Evil 6's health. Basically, you get one, it automatically gets converted into tablets on here, though. You don't have to manually do it.
Oh, they're rotted to hell.
Skin's
These
so
big
pale.
blob things
I've
that
never
are
seen anything like it.
Use the Genesis to get a reading on it.
that appear at the beginning of the game are actually appear at the end of the game. They're a lot more dangerous at the end of the game.
Get an accurate reading. Scan the carcasses on the beach and send me your data.
Scan the crow.
I'm getting something from inside it.
But
Careful now.
there's where.
Don't worry.
Now I wonder
I've
why
done
this
this
thing
before.
would have swallowed a fucking capsule containing the virus. Convenient. But you only see these enemies like a
I've got
couple
something.
times. And this next time you see them, they insta-kill you.
What is this? If it's an engineered mutation, this could prove a link.
I'll run some tests on this.
I hate this
Continue
friggin'
with the investigation.
search and crap at the beginning of it. And the another thing I really didn't like about this game is how short the chapters are. I'm like, why didn't you just make the chapters longer? Shit, I beat one chapter in like 4 minutes. It's like I'm watching freaking chapter explanations more than I'm actually playing the game. Because between every episode, they did it kind of like Alan Wake.
Careful, you two. God only knows what strain of virus you're dealing with.
I kinda figured.
Yeah, they're not very hard on land. But they kind of did Alan Wake-ish. Basically, they have a little explanation of what happened in the last chapter and at the beginning of the next chapter.
I suppose. So why'd you
You'll
quit
be
the
seeing
FBC for
those
this
quite a
outfit?
bit. I think there's like
I wanted to be more involved. I wanted
12
to fight.
freaking chapters, and each chapter has its own sub
Continue with the investigation.
chapters and
Proceed
shit.
with extreme caution.
Now the reason why I'm staring at this stupid thing is because my first playthrough, something actually jumped out of there, and it doesn't do it this time. But overall, if you do like old Resident Evil and you hate new Resident Evil, I think this is kind of a good mix of it, with a heavy leaning towards old Resident Evil, especially if you do not use the Genesis thing, because you're gonna be very, very strapped for ammo the entire time.
The smell must have ruptured from gas.
Christ, what a mess.
Ruptured from gas. I would definitely recommend it. You give it a try. I think I got it for like 15 bucks, so it's not expensive either. I'm not gonna tell you where I got it for 15 bucks from. I actually bought it used, so I hate this hide and seek mini game, but basically that's gonna be it for this game. I reposted the ending video before I posted this, so if the last boss is indeed a bitch, but he also is one of the I wouldn't say more unique bosses. There are a lot of exploding things in this game, so again, it's like old Resident Evil, where everything has a freaking countdown getting ready to explode. Waiting on elevators. Very Resident Evil. Anyways, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching. Go play the game. It's worth it. I'd like to see another Resident Evil like
We
it.
don't have enough data to run a complete analysis.
Hopefully.
Gather
A
some
console,
samples of
proper
carcasses on the
console
beach.
Resident Evil, but
I don't pay you to
we won't get that for a while. Not until Resident Evil 7 or a Resident Evil reboot. I'm thinking it'll probably be a Resident Evil reboot. I doubt they'll go to 7. I doubt it. It'll be a reboot for the new console generation. So, anyway, Thanks for watching.